Hello and welcome to the Bad Guy Reviews, where good movies rise and bad ones burn. Okay, so I'm back with another review, and this one's gonna be pretty interesting about what movie we're talking about. But first, I should tell you something. Now, if some of you may know, if you talk to me forever, I am a Nickelodeon kid. Cause yeah, I watched stuff like SpongeBob, Very Odd Parents, iCarly, all of that jazz. And with some Nickelodeon shows I watch, there was some Nickelodeon movies that I also seen, like the SpongeBob SquarePants movies, the Very Odd movie, and some other stuff like that. However, there is one horror Nickelodeon movie I'd never seen until today. Something that no one has talked about since 2000s and 2011. A lost movie that became a creepypasta for its reasons. That movie I'm talking about is Cry Baby Lane. Now, I know you're wondering, what is Cry Baby Lane? Well, it's a 2000s and thousands movie about two boys doing a prank on their friends, but that prank goes horribly wrong, and things did not end well. And that's and when I heard about Cry Baby Lane, I kind of wanted to see it for myself. Luckily, it's free on YouTube, and real quick, if y'all really want to see that movie, the link is in the description. And yeah. But I've always wondered, why was it a creepypasta? And then I heard about that there was some deleted scenes where a character was gonna get killed, legit, on a Nickelodeon movie. Like, no, that is dumb. So yeah, I seen the movie today, and I thought, why not? I'll review it to see if it's to show y'all that it may be good or it may be bad or just maybe outright terrifying. So let's dig into Cry Baby Lane and show you that it could be scary, but sometimes it's not. And also, yeah, I got a new phone, so that's why. So the movie begins with the title card and a gentleman and talking about urban legend in Cry Baby Lane, where in a farm, a mother gave birth to a conjoined twins. However, one was good, but the other one was evil. And one day, they ended up having a liver cancer or something like that. So the father decided to saw them apart from their conjoined body. He buried the good one within the graveyard, and he buried the bad one on Cry Baby Lane. A legend says, if you go there, you will hear a crying evil twin part begging to be risen from the dead and haunt the town. Anyway, they then cut to our two main characters, Carl and Andrew, where they're trying to decide if the story is true or not. Since their friend, Mr. Bandit, who is an Undertaker, no relation to the Undertaker, if you're curious, was telling them this whole story. But they decided to leave, and the opening credits just only had them riding their bikes all the way home. And then later that night, Carl had a nightmare. He told about his parents, but they didn't believe. But they don't like how they was hanging out with Mr. Bandit because they think he's cray and such. But hey, I don't blame them because there are crazy people in horror movies like maybe Crybaby Lane. If you don't believe me, go see Friday the 13th Part 1. You will definitely see a crazy person. Oh, and as for the dream, it's basically about him seeing vision, but like worms and the baby crying, which being the evil twin of Crybaby Lane, seeing a saw and a rabbit's head doll, a cornfield. It says, remember, it was at a farm. But speaking of Undertaker, apparently, since this was made in 2000 and such, / late 90s, yeah, they basically throw in some WWE reference, which I dig, but it's also random, to be honest. Then later on in the movie there, the boys Andrew decided to make out to Carl about, me with Miss Bandit. And they decided to do the Shemwa? Is that what they call it? Or something. With 2 other girls at the Good Twins graveyard. And they prank them, but however, in the wind, they hear that same crying kid. More on that later to give you an explanation on why they hear it, despite being by the Good Twins side. But yeah, so the boys ran home. However, it then showed some worms, and they was glowing green. And cut to a few places that will be seen throughout the movie. A lot, by the way. But then a dog was there, and he started to glow. His eyes started to glow white. And all you can hear is a sinister laugh. Then cut to morning after a commercial break. 2 gentlemen wanna be Mr. Bandit, was checking out the gravesite and found the boys' stuff that they left behind. However, that scene from earlier was barking, being rowdy at them, and probably trying to kill them because, again, who knows what could be. So they ran back to their house and tried to figure out what was that they was doing. And then went back to Carl and Andrew talking about the other night and Mr. Bandit trying to visit them, but the mother didn't want him there because, again, yeah, I know I'm not good at whistling, but yeah. And there was one scene where Carl and his mother are arguing, but and after a few scenes here and there, yes, I'm looking at my phone to try to figure out what happens next. And then another night, the boys decided to go out riding on their bikes for some reason. And at one point, when Andrew, who tries, me talk to Carl about how he's a man and all, and he dared him to try driving over the railroad tracks where an oncoming train was coming. And Andrew made Andrew made it, but Carl did not, unfortunately. However, for some weird reason, then Andrew teleported to the twins' grave site. And then he got dragged down to the grave where he met something. Again, more on that later. However, when Carl finally got back to the other side, or got to the other side of the road tracks, and Carl was there. Or Andrew. Sorry, I get names mixed up, people. I'm sorry, but yeah. So, Andrew, I think, tells him to follow him, and they end up going to a different farm, not the one by Crybaby Lane, my ad. And he pulled a prank on him along with some girls. And he ended up in his underwear because of his clothes getting muddy. And then, to make it seem more not easy, he nearly got killed by a bull. Yeah. I don't know why there was a bull in a horror movie, but why not? And I'm not joking at this part, but then he had to run all the way home in his underwear. But during his run home, he had to steal some clothes off of a coat hanger. However, the people that was having a party there on the back porch was also shown with the same glowing white light. And then they started a fire on a boat. And they acted like maniacs. Wow, and cheering at the same time. Then he got to Mr. Bandit's place, and he and his son was trying to get by high up on the garden. And the mother got Carl, and of course treat Mr. Bandit like the crazies. But yeah. And they decided to try to drop this thing and leave it, but then, and Andrew was revealed to be possessed as well, with the same white glowing eyes as well, and he was gonna do something to Carl that walked in the bathtub, I think. But he ran off to go talk to Miss Bandit. At first he thought he was dead, but he ain't. And then he told him that the only way, or told him the big plot twist. I forgot about that. The big plot twist. The father mixed up the wrong buys. That means the good twin was buried in Crybaby Lane, while the bad one was buried in the graveyard. And that was not good on them. However, there was a way to stop it. And that is that Carl will need Andrew will have to go to the dead body of the evil twin, grab a vine that's on his body, and rip it out of the dirt. Then it'll be all over. Or basically, yeah, cut the roots. Yeah, I'm watching it. However, throughout the movie, apparently nearly everybody in town was like possessed and was trying to kill Andrew and Mr. Bannister's father. And yeah, Mr. Bannister's son was a big, scary cat. Meanwhile, Andrew was trying to get to the evil twins' grave, but kind of throughout the whole thing, he kind of was being stopped or trying to be haunted. But the evil twin tried to haunt him so he doesn't get to the grave, but he made it. He gets dragged down, and we finally seen the evil twin. But to be honest, he looks like fucking Dracula. I'm not joking. He kind of looks like Dracula. Like, I know Dracula is scary, but why? Just why? But yeah, it didn't scare him, and so he cut the roots. But while he was cutting the roots off the skeleton that was connected to it, dirt falls on him. But once he was done, he got out. He was out of the grave, and all the people that was possessed did not know what happened. And then when he got home, Carl apologized to Andrew and him, Andrew, Carl, and their third friend, I forgot his name, was playing in a shed, and the movie ends with the camera lowering to the grave, where you can hear the evil twin laugh one more time. The movie is okay, but people, better yet, no, Nick, what makes you think this was so scary it shouldn't be on air? It was not that terrifying. Like, trust me, I am fucking curious. What makes them think that it should be on air, aside from the deleted scenes that they've seen and such? I am freaking curious at this point. Then again, who knows, and the answer may never know what will happen. Be answer is what I mean. Yeah, that's what I mean. So, yeah, I guess that's the end. So, thanks for watching, and here's where you can follow all my social medias. And also, remember that the link to the Crybaby Link video is in the description, and in case y'all want to see it. Yeah. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.